Good morning, students. In this video lesson, I am going to teach you the very first poem, Grandma Climbs a Tree by Ruskin Bonds. Grandma, you know that, is a short form of grandmother. Grandmother climbs a tree. In short, the poet has written, Grandma climbs a tree. This poem is written by Ruskin Bond. Ruskin Bond. Okay. First of all, let's study something about the poet Ruskin Bond, the poet of this poem. Ruskin Bond, I hope you can see the picture of Ruskin Bond. See, Ruskin Bond, you know that he is an Indian author of British descent. He lives with his adopted family in Landor, Missouri, India. The Indian Council for Child Education has recognized his role in the growth of children's literature in India. Students, the poet Ruskin Bond was born on 19th May 1934. His present age is 86 and he was born in Kasauli and his nationality is Indian. Nationality means Rashtriyate, you know it. And he got his education in Bishop Cotton School, Simla, in the year 1950. And movies and TV shows. So many movies and TV shows came on his literature. For example, The Blue Umbrella, Seven Poon Maaf, The Black Cat, जुनून एक था रस्ट please remember एक था Rusty the second and he received some national level awards like Padma Bhushan and Padma Shri. This is something about the poet John Ruskin. Now let's move towards the poem. The name of the poem is Grandma Climbs a Tree. This poem, as you know that, is written by Ruskin Bond. Dear students, please remember the poem Grandma Climbs a Tree describes Ruskin Bond's unconditional love for his family. The poem shows Bond's ability to enjoy unusual events and actions. What separates Bond from other poets is the fact that Bond converts a real life situation into a story. This is what we have to keep in mind. Once again, I'd like to repeat the theme of this poem. The poem Grandma Climbs a Tree describes Ruskin Bond's unconditional love for his family. The poem shows Bond's ability to enjoy unusual events and actions. What separates Bond from other poets is the fact that Bond converts a real life situation into a story. He converts a real life story, here, real life situations into stories, into poems. This is the specialty of Ruskin Bond with whom we do find. Okay, let us see the poem. The poem is My grandmother was genius. You would like to know why? Because she could climb trees spreading or high. She'd be up their branches in a trice, and mind you, when last she climbed a tree, she was 62. Ever since childhood, she had had this gift for being happier in a tree than in a lift. And though, as years went by, she would be told that climbing trees should stop when one grew old, and that growing old should be gone about gracefully. She'd laugh and say, well, I'll grow disgracefully. I can do it better. And we had to agree, for in all the garden there wasn't a tree she hadn't been up at one time or another, having learned to climb from a loving brother when she was 6. But it was feared by all that one day she'd have a terrible fall. The outcome was different. While we were in town, she climbed a tree and couldn't come down. After the rescue, the doctor took Granny's temperature and said, I strongly recommend a quiet week in bed. We sighed with relief and tucked her up well. Poor Granny. For her, it was like a brief season in hell, confined to her bedroom, while every breeze whispered of summer and dancing leaves. But she'd held her peace till she felt stronger. Then she sat up and said, I lie here no longer. And she called for my father and told him undaunted that a house in a treetop was that she now wanted. My dad knew his duties. He said, That's all right. You will have what you want, dear. I'll start work tonight. See, the last stanza of the poem. With my expert assistance, he soon finished the cow, made her a tree house with windows and a door. So Granny moved up, and now every day I climb to her room with glasses and tray. She sits there in a state and drinks sherry with me, upholding her right to reside in a tree. Please remember the poem Grandma Climbs a Tree, written by Ruskin Bonds, has the voice of the speaker. Throughout the poem, the poet is the speaker. He speaks to the readers. Who are the listeners here? The readers, like we, are the listeners. Who is the voice of the poem? The poet Ruskin Bond is the voice of the poem. My grandmother. Here, the word my refers to the poet Ruskin Bond. Please remember. The poet Ruskin Bond. My grandmother was a genius. Please remember the meaning of the word genius. Genius means pratibhavanta. Pratibhashali, please remember. Genius. Genius means pratibhashali, brilliant, intelligent. Brilliant or talent or intelligent, you can say. My grandmother was genius. Poet's grandmother, he says, was a genius. Why? He says, you'd like to know why? He asks us. You refers to the reader. My refers to the poet. You refers to the reader. Please remember. You would like to know why? Would you like to know why his grandmother was a genius? Why she was so intelligent? Why she was so brilliant? Why she was so talented? Because he gives the reason. Because in the second line of the poem, he gives the answer. She could climb trees. His grandma was able to climb trees. She could climb trees, spreading or high. She could climb trees means she was able to climb trees, spreading or high. Spread means haradu. High means yattara. Please remember, she could climb trees. I told you earlier, climb. Climb means hattu or eru. Its yes form is climbs. Ing form is climbing. Past form is climbed. And past participle form is, please remember, climb. Please pick up the pen and notebook. Keep taking down the new words and important points whenever you get. See, his grandmother was able to climb trees. Here, initially, he uses the word because. Because means ekendare. It is a conjunction. Please remember, it means ekendare. Because his grandma was able to climb trees. What kind of trees she was able to climb? Spreading or high, he uses the word spread. Spread. Spread means haradu. Spread means haradu. Its S form is spreads and ing form is spreading. And past form, please remember, it remains unchanged, spread. And past participle form also same, spread. Spread, spreads, spreading, spread, spread. She was able to climb the trees which have spread and which have grown high. Please remember, high means in Kannada yattara. Its opposite word is low. High opposite word is low. See, plants and shrubs will grow low, and some trees will grow spreading, and some trees will grow very tall. Understand? See, she was able to climb all types of trees. The trees which have spread, like banyan tree, mango tree, they will spread. And some trees will grow high. For example, yarika tree, coconut tree, nilgiris. Understand? Some trees like this will grow tall. As far as grandma was concerned, she was able to climb all types of trees. She would be up their branches in a trice. She would be up there. She would be up means she would climb up their branches. See, up is a preposition. Their branches. Branch means rembe. In a trice, quickly. Please remember. Some words have been used here. They seem to be new for you. Up means melee. Its opposite word is down. She would be up. Their branches means she would climb their branches. branches. Branches means rembegalu. Understand? Branches means rembegalu. Parts of their trees. Parts of the trees. Branches. Branches means shakigalu, rembegalu, what we call, She would climb and sit on the branches of the tree in a trice. See, in a trice. In a trice means quickly. In a trice means quickly. In a short time, we call. In a short time, she was able to climb and sit on the branches of the tree. Understand? And mind you, please understand one thing about the poet's grandma was that when last she climbed a tree, she was 62. When last she climbed a tree, she was 62 years old. See, even at the age of 62, she was passionate to climb the trees. When last means when last time she had climbed the tree, she was 62 years old. Poet's grandma was interested in climbing trees even at the age of 62. She was passionate to climb trees. When she climbed trees at last time, how old was she? 62. It seems asamanya. People at the age of 62, 60, 70, 80, 90, if they climb trees, it seems to be risky, dangerous. You know that youths can climb the trees, children can climb the trees, but if the old age people climb the trees, it seems to be risky, dangerous. Understand? Okay. Ever since childhood, ever since childhood, ever since means dinda. Childhood means balya. Ever since childhood means balyadinda. Please remember. Ever since. Ever since means dinda. In Kannada we say child. See, childhood means balya. Ever since childhood means balyadindalu. Balyadindalu. Please remember. Ever means ever means always. Ever opposite word you know never. Ever meaning I told you just now always. Always opposite word also never. Okay, I hope you got it. See, ever since her childhood, she had this gift. Here, apostrophe D is there, you know. It is also had. She had this gift. Gift, what does it refer to? Climbing a tree. Gift refers to climbing a tree. Grandma had this gift of climbing trees since her childhood. She was not climbing trees recently. She would climb trees ever since her childhood till the age of 62. She says climbing trees is a gift. Climbing trees is a gift. Gift means koduge. She says gift means koduge. Gift. Please remember, gift means what? Koduge. Bahumana. It can be used as a noun and a verb. As a noun, it means bahumana or koduge. In Kannada, we say. Or sometimes you can say kanike. Understand? Gift as a verb it means kanike kodu. Kanike kodu. This is what we call a gift. Kanike kodu. Please remember. She had this gift. She had this gift since her childhood. Why? Because for means here ekendare. For being happier in a tree than in a lift. For being happier in a tree than in a lift. Than means, please remember, kinta. Happy means santosha, you know it. In a tree, maradalli. In a lift. ಮೇಲೆತ್ತುವ ಯಂತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಪಡೆಯುವ ಸಂತೋಷಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸಂತೋಷವನ್ನು ಅವಳು ಮರದಲ್ಲಿ ಪಡಿತಾ ಇದ್ದಳು. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್. ಯು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ ದ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ see for I told you for for gives two meanings. First meaning ekendare. When you mean it ekendare, it becomes conjunction. When it is used as a conjunction, it is followed by subject and verb. This is to be noticed here. And when it means gagi or ke, or sometimes kagi, when it means so, it will become preposition. When it is used as a preposition, it's followed by either noun or pronoun. Okay. Ha. He is, for example, he is late for, he is late for, he, understand? He is late, he is late for, he missed a bus. Understand? He is late, he is late for he missed a bus. Is it correct? You imagine, he is late for ಏಕೆಂದರೆ he missed a bus. ಅವನು ಬಸ್ಸನ್ನು ತಪ್ಪಿಸಿಕೊಂಡನು. He is late for he missed a bus. And you can say he was late. He was late. ಅವ ತಡ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದ. For he had missed a bus. He is late for he missed a bus. He is late for he missed a bus. Like this, you can give some simple examples. And as a conjunction, you came to know. And as a preposition, please remember, he is going to wait for you. He is going to wait for you. He is going to wait for you. And he waits for the bus. He waits for the bus. Here, for you. For is followed by preposition. Here, for is followed by a noun. So, the word for, if it is followed by subject and verb, it's a conjunction. If it is followed by noun or pronoun, it's a preposition. Okay, I hope you got some idea about preposition and conjunction. For means ಏಕೆಂದರೆ. Being happier in a tree than in a lift. Being happier in a tree, ಮರದಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಸಂತೋಷವಾಗಿರ್ತಿದ್ದಳು. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ than in a lift. Than in a lift. Please remember. See, lift. Lift means ಮೇಲೆತ್ತುವ ಯಂತ್ರ. ಮೇಲ್ ಎತ್ತುವ ಯಂತ್ರ. In some buildings, multi-storied buildings, you may have lifts to go up. Understand? That is noun. Sometimes lift means simply yatto. Yatto. I can lift this chair. I can lift this chair. This is verb. Here it is noun. She was happier in a tree than in a lift. According to grandma, lift was a mechanical way of life, whereas tree is natural way of life. She wanted to lead a natural life. She didn't want to lead a mechanical life. It means she was not interested in enjoying her life in a natural way. She was not interested in enjoying her life artificial way. This is what we have to understand here. Okay. Next point. Please remember, and thou, as years went by, and thou, as years went by, she would be told that climbing trees should stop when one grew old, and that growing old should be gone about gracefully. She'd laugh and say, well, I'll grow disgracefully. I can do it better. And now we had to agree, for in all the garden there wasn't a tree. See, and thou, ಮತ್ತು ಆದಾಗ್ಯೂ, as years went by, as years went by means as the years passed by, as the time spent, she would be told. She would be told means people would tell her, her family members would tell her, her friends would tell her what? That climbing trees should stop. That climbing trees should stop. You have become old and now you should stop climbing trees. People, neighbors and family members would tell grandma to stop climbing trees as she had become old. When one grew old, see here, when one grew old, and that growing old should be gone about gracefully. People, her friends, neighbors would advise her, you have become old, and your old age should be spent happily. Actually, they advised her properly. Their advice was correct. You have become old. When one grew old. Grew old means vayasagu, grow old. Its original form is grow old. See, grow old. Grow old means vayasagu. When one grew old means ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೆ ವಯಸ್ಸಾದ ಮೇಲೆ he should stop climbing trees. One can be allowed to climb trees when he or she is young. But when he or she becomes old, he or she should stop climbing trees. Because the reason they should spend their old age gracefully, happily. That growing old should be gone. Your old age should be spent about happily. Gracefully means beautifully, happily, joyfully. You have to spend your old age. When her neighbors, friends, family members advised her to stop climbing trees and she had become old, how was her response? She'd laugh and say, she'd laugh and say, she'd laugh and say, please remember, laugh means nagu. She would laugh, she'd laugh. L-A-U-G-H, laugh means nagu. Its S form is laughs and ing form is laughing. See, past form is laughed. Past participle form is laughed. Please remember, she'd laugh and say. Say means no, she would laugh. Well, I'll grow disgracefully. Well, okay, I will grow disgracefully. Gracefully opposite word is disgracefully, ugly. Understand? I will grow disgracefully, ugly, no problem. ನಾನು ಕೆಟ್ಟದ್ದಾಗಿಯೇ ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತೇನೆ. No problem. When people advised her to lead her life happily, she insists that she is going to live unhappily. It means improperly. I can do it better, she says. I can do it better. What is I can do it better? Now I have become old. I have got enough experience to climb trees. So I can climb trees still better way. I'll show you how grandma is sitting in a tree. She feels she is happier here. She is sitting in a branch of a tree. I hope you can see an old woman sitting in a tree. Because she feels that she is above others. She will enjoy the life from above. She wants to lead a natural life. I hope you saw a woman sitting in a branch. And one more picture, very interesting picture, I will show. Now you can see a grandma trying to climb a tree, and she says that she could do it better. She has got the experience of climbing trees, but what about energy? And I'll show you some other pictures here. See, if you are young and energetic, you can climb trees like anything. See a child, a lady, young lady is trying to climb trees. She can try, she can climb. And again, a youth, a lady, is trying to climb a tree very happily. Again, one more, a lady is trying to climb a tree. Please remember, when you are young and energetic, you can climb trees and get down from trees, there's no problem. But when you reach an old age, if you try to climb trees, it seems to be risky. You may fall at any moment and your life will be in risk. That's why people are in neighboring, her family members and her close friends advised her not to climb trees as she had reached old age. But she didn't listen to them. She told, now I am experienced. I can climb the trees in a better way. And we had to agree. Her family members had to agree. ಒಪ್ಪಿಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. Agree opposite word, you know. Agree opposite word is disagree. See. A-G-R-E-E. Agree, agrees, agreeing, agreed, agreed. Its opposite word is, you know it, disagree. Agree opposite word is disagree. Asammatisu. Understand? Agree, come on, agrees, agreeing, agreed, and agreed. Same way, disagree. Disagree, disagrees, disagreeing, disagreed, disagreed. Okay? See, they had to disagree. All the family members had to disagree. Here, we refers to Ruskin Bond and his family members had to agree, had to accept her words. For again, ಕ್ಯೂಂಕಿ ಏಕೆಂದರೆ ಇನ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಗಾರ್ಡನ್, ಇಡೀ ಅವರ ತೋಟದಲ್ಲಿ, ದೇರ್ ವಾಸಂಟ್ ಅ ಟ್ರೀ ಶಿ ಹ್ಯಾಡಂಟ್ ಬೀನ್ ಅಪ್. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್, ದೇರ್ ವಾಸಂಟ್ ಅ ಟ್ರೀ ಶಿ ಹ್ಯಾಡಂಟ್ ಬೀನ್ ಅಪ್. ಅವಳು ಏರದೇ ಇರುವಂಥ ಒಂದೂ ಮರ ಉಳಿದಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಶಿ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಕ್ಲೈಮ್ಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಗಾರ್ಡನ್ at one time or another. At one time or another. It means one and the other time she had tried to climb all the trees which were there in the garden. It means she had the practice of climbing trees which were there in the garden. They say, having learned to climb from a loving brother when she was 6. Having learnt, it means Grandma had learned to climb trees from her loving brother when she was 6 years old. One question may come, when did Grandma learn to climb trees? Grandma learned to climb trees from her loving brother when she was 6 years old. But it was feared by all. But all the family members were afraid of one thing. It was feared by all. All means all the family members, her friends, her neighbors were afraid of one thing. What was that? She had become old. She had no enough energy. That one day, one and the other day, if she continues climbing tree like this, she'd have a terrible fall. She'd have a terrible fall. ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಬೀಳುತ್ತಾಳೆ. If she falls off a tree, she would break a hand or neck or a leg. Sometimes she would lose her life even. That's why they were afraid of this thing. She would have a terrible fall. ಅವಳು ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಬೀಳಬಹುದು. So they had thought. The outcome was different, but the outcome, result was totally different. Please remember, outcome means result. Outcome means result. OUT. Outcome means result. Palitamsha. Result. Different. Binna. Different means binna. Its opposite word is same. But the result was different. What her family members, friends, and neighbors had thought, it didn't happen so. It happened something different. While we were in town, while is a conjunction, it means dag. We were in town, we refers to Grandma's family members, including Ruskin bonds. When they were in town, when they were not at home, she climbed a tree. Grandma climbed a tree. Grandma ಮರ ಹತ್ತಿದಳು. She thought it was a chance to climb a tree. As there were nobody at home, she thought it was a chance and climbed a tree in the garden. But what happened? While climbing, she climbed. She was successful, but couldn't come down. She was not able to come down because she was much more experienced mentally, but physically she had been so weak. When we are young, I'll tell you, we have a lot of energy but less experience. And when we reach old age, we will have a lot of experience but less energy. Our body in our old age doesn't cooperate with our mind. Understand? This is what we have to understand. Therefore, it seems to be unusual. While climbing, she climbed, but when she thought of coming down, she felt unable. Therefore, she couldn't come down. She had to be rescued by somebody else, by her family members. She sat there only. I told you now, I showed you one picture. She went up the tree, but she was not able to come down. She had to be rescued by the family members. Rescue means ಕಾಪಾಡು, ರಕ್ಷಿಸು. Please remember, RECUE. Rescue means ರಕ್ಷಿಸು, ಕಾಪಾಡು. It's S form. Rescues. Rescuing. Rescued. Okay, my dear students, with this I would like to wind up this session today, and in the next video session video lesson, I am going to cover the next part, the rest of the poem. Thank you. See you in the next video.